Good day, everyone. Once again, this is M Counting, where you'll fall in love with accounting. In this video, we will discuss what are the elements of financial statements. So let's start. When you say elements of financial statements, from the word itself, elements, sila yung bumubuo ng financial statements. Sila yung bumubuo. No? Lima lang to, lima no class. Itong limang to, sila yung bumubuo ng FS, no? Number one, nandiyan yung assets. Number two, yung liabilities. And number three, yung equity. Narinig mo na yan. Number four, income. And number five, expense. Yan. Yung assets, liabilities, and equity, sila yung bumubuo. Sila yung elements ng balance sheet. Di ba na-discuss natin kanina? Balance sheet is a financial statement, no? Yan. One of the components or complete set of financial statements. Balance sheet. Anong nakita mo sa balance sheet kanina? 'Di ba yan din yon, yung assets, liabilities, and equity. Sila yung bumubuo. Itong tatlong to, yan yung bumubuo ng balance sheet. Tinatawag din siyang permanent or real accounts. Bakit siya tinatawag na permanent or real accounts? Ang balance sheet accounts, itong tatlo. Kasi yung amount nila nag exist pa rin next accounting period. Kumbaga ganito. Ito papakita ko ha. Kaya siya tinawag na permanent. Kasi yung ibig sabihin, kung ano yung ending balance mo last year, yun yung magiging beginning balance mo this year. O itong example natin, San Miguel Corp. 2 taon yung ni-report niya, di ba? Yung comparative. Meron siyang cash and cash equivalent na nung 2022, 41,099. No? 2022. Ito yung ending balance ng cash and cash equivalent niya as of 2022, December 31. 41,000. Etong 41,000 na ending balance ng December 31, 2022, ito yung magiging beginning balance mo next year, next period. Ito yung magiging beginning balance mo as of January 1, 2023. Kini-carry over mo, kaya siya permanent. Hindi nag-e-exist pa rin yung amount next accounting period. Kini-carry over mo, kaya permanent or real accounts. Hindi mo siya zero. O sige, patunayan mo paano na-compute yan, sir. O sige, balik tayo dun sa notes. Di ba nandito yung breakdown ng cash and cash equivalent? Actually, sa cash flow na lang dapat. O, sa cash flow tayo. Pakita natin yung cash flow. Pakita natin yung movement ng cash. Ito yung cash flow. Ito yung cash flow ng San Miguel Corp. No? Doon tayo sa 2023. No? So, ito yung naging cash flow niya. Ito na, mayroon siyang cash flow na ayan. So, ito yung nag-increase during 2023. Nadagdagan daw yung cash niya ng 2023 ng 15,000. No? And then, inad niya yung ending balance last year. Ito yun, di ba? Ito yung ending balance last year. Nung ending balance last year, di ba? Nung December 31, 2022. Ito kasi yung naging beginning balance ngayong taon. Kaya inad mo. Kaya yung total cash mo at the end of the period ng 2023, 57K. Familiar? Nasa taas. Nakuha class? Ito yung naging beginning balance mo ngayong taon dahil kineri over mo yung cash mo last year na ending balance and then inad mo yung nag-increase ngayong period, ito yung naging ending mo ng 2023. Itong 41 galing to ng 2022. Ito yung ending ng 2022 na naging beginning 2023. January 1, 2023. Kuha class. O sige, applicable to class itong permanent accounts hindi lang sa cash, sa lahat ng assets and liabilities, no. Tsaka equity, yan, capital. Yan. O sige, doon na tayo sa with regards to income and expense, sila naman yung bumubuo ng income statement. Di ba nakita na natin kanina? O, yan. Yung income yan din yung income revenue, no. Dalawa kasi yung component ng income class. Income, yung income Nawala yung ano. Ayan. Yung income, dalawang nilalaman niya. Meron siyang revenue and expense. Sige, yan mo na. Yan. Dapat highlighter. So, yung income, yan. Kung na-discuss na natin, dalawang component ng income. Number one, revenue. Number two, gain. No? Ang income, malawak yung word na income. It encompasses both revenue and gains. Kaya yung revenue, under siya ng income. Yung revenue, kita na nanggaling sa normal operation, ordinary course of business. Ano? Yung gain naman, nanggaling to, incidental lang. So, halimbawa, nagbebenta-benta ako ng ano, ng mug. Ang negosyo ko, merchandise or manufacturing ng mug. Nagbebenta ako ng mug. Pag yung mug, binenta ko at kumita ako, ang tawag sa kita, revenue. Kasi ito yung negosyo ko, magbenta-benta ng mug. Pero halimbawa, naisipan ko lang bigla, binenta ko yung aircon, hindi, pero ang negosyo ko mug. Yung pagbenta ko ng aircon, pag kumita ako doon, ang tawag doon gain. Kasi incidental lang. Hindi naman yun yung negosyo ko. Pero kumita ako. No, class. Sige. Now, ang tawag sa income and expense, temporary lang sila. Parang siya. Joke lang yan. Temporary. Kasi ngayong taon, nandyan siya. Next year, wala na. Yun lang. Yan. Yun yung temporary. No? Kino-close kasi itong income and expense, they are being closed at the end of the reporting period. Ginagawa silang zero balance. Ginagawa mong zero, zero balance mo yan bago matapos yung at the end of the reporting period. Kaya meron tayong closing entries, no? Na gagawin natin pagdating natin sa 9 cycle. Yan yung kino-close mo. When you say closing entry, ginagawa mo lang silang zero balance. So every start of the period, back to zero lagi yan, yung income and expense. Gets, class? Sige. Ayan. So ito na yung mga elements. Ang pag-usapan natin, ano yung technical definition nila. Ito yung technical definition ng assets. Ayan. Although, mas madidiscuss ng malalim when we get to the conceptual framework. No? So ang assets, yan yung ari-arian. Simple, Pero ang technical definition niya, yan yung present economic resource controlled by an entity as a result of past event. When you say economic resource, pag sinabi mong economic resource, dapat yung resources mo, meron siyang potential na mag-produce ng benefit in the future. May potential siyang mag-produce ng benefit in the future, yung economic resource. No? So dapat present, dapat existing ngayon yung asset mo, yung resources mo. Dapat existing ngayon. Nag-exist ngayon yung asset mo dahil may nangyaring event in the past. No? Meron kang asset or resources ngayon na kayang mag-produce ng potential benefit in the future dahil may nangyaring event in the past. So example, binili ko tong mug kahapon. Kahapon ko binili tong mug. Anong meron ako ngayon? Eh di yung mug, resources ko yun. Asset ko to ngayon kasi may nangyaring event in the past. Kasi binili ko siya kahapon eh. Kaya ngayon, akin to. Kasi binili ko kahapon. Kuha ko las. Yan. Dapat control, no? Later, sa conceptual framework, no? Kasi may mga assets na kahit hindi sa'yo, basta kontrolado mo, asset mo. Ang primary criterion for you to recognize an asset, control, hindi ownership, hindi legal title. O liabilities, it is a present obligation of an entity to transfer economic resources as a result of past event. Take note the word present. Dapat ang utang mo existing ngayon, present. Hindi pwedeng past, hindi pwedeng future. Kasi kung past obligation yan, bayad na yan. Wala ka ng liability, wala ka ng utang. Tama? So, ibig sabihin nito, nagkaroon ka ng utang ngayon, may utang ka ngayon, present, dahil may nangyaring event ulit in the past. No? Nagkaroon ka ng utang ngayon dahil may nangyaring event in the past. No? Halimbawa, ito, binili ko to kahapon, pero inutang ko. Binili ko kahapon tong mug, pero inutang ko lang. E di ngayong araw, sa akin to. Sa akin to, asset ko to, pero may utang din ako. Kasi may nangyaring event kahapon Inutang ko yung ano, kuha. O yung equity is the residual interest. Na-discuss na natin to after deducting all its liability. No? Kaya siya tinawag na residual interest, yung equity. Kung papansinin mo yung accounting equation, technically speaking, dalawa lang ang panggagalingan ng asset, di ba? Is either utangin or i-invest ng owner. Dalawa yung may claim. May claim si creditor, may claim din si owner. Other term for claim is interest. So pag sasarado mo na yung negosyo mo, sinong kanino mo isusoli yung claims or interest? Kanino ba nanggaling? Eh di sa kanilang dalawa nanggaling, sa kanila mo rin isoli. Assets minus liability equals equity. I-satisfy mo muna yung interest or claim ni creditor, yung liabilities, any remainder or any residual, yun lang yung mapupunta kay owners or equity. Kaya si equity or owners, sila yung residual claim or interest lang. No, ayan siya. O income, ano yung income? Yung income loss, may income ka daw kapag nag-increase yung asset o nag-decrease yung liability that results in increase in equity, excluding contribution from owner. Yun yung income. Yun yung income. Yan yung technical definition under the conceptual framework. Ang gusto kong tandaan nyo, naalala nyo to, yung accounting equation, assets equals liability plus equity, di ba? Yan. Naalala nyo yung equity? Yung equity, di ba, may yung income nakakapag-increase siya ng equity. Naalala nyo? Naalala nyo ba, class? Sorry. Oh, yan. And then yung expense nakakapagbawas ng equity, tama? Na-discuss natin to during the discussion on yung balance sheet equation. And then yung, ayun, wag muna natin ano yung withdrawal pala, withdrawals. Ayan, yan. So yung income, nakakapag-increase ng equity, tama? Yung naalala natin yan. Sorry. Yan. Sige. So kapag nag-increase yung assets mo, ganito kasi yung ano ng relationship na. So yung assets mo, kung i-relate mo siya sa liability, yung assets and liabilities, ang relationship nila inverse. When you say inverse, kapag nag-increase ang asset, dapat ang mangyari sa liability mag-decrease. Kasi ano sila inverse. Ah, inverse sila. Magkabaliktad, no? Kapag nag-increase yung asset, dapat mag-decrease yung liability. Assuming no equity transaction. Tandaan niyo itong relationship na to, class. And then yung assets and equity, sorry, direct to, direct. Sorry, direct. So, yan, yan. Tandaan niyo lang muna to. Yan. Assets and equity, ang relationship nila direct. No? Direct din. Kapag nag-increase yung asset, dapat mag-increase yung equity, assuming no liability transaction. Kapag naman yung nirelate mo, yung asset, sorry, ang nirelate mo is, burahin natin. Pag ang nirelate mo is liability and equity, sila yung inverse. Magkabaliktad. Magkabaliktad, no? Kapag ang liability nag-increase, dapat mabawasan yung equity, assuming no asset transaction. No? Yun ang relationship nila. Ito yung tandaan nyo muna for the meantime. Tandaan nyo yan. Sige, yan. Sige. Ngayon dito, balik tayo. Yung income daw, nag-increase yung asset, nag-decrease yung liability, na that result in increase in equity. No? Tandaan nyo lang yung statement of changes in equity muna. No? Yung statement of changes in equity, di ba? Yung kapag kasi nag-increase yung equity mo, assuming walang liability transaction, ang effect niya sa asset dapat mag-increase. No? Kunwari, burahin mo muna to. Ito, burahin mo muna to. Kapag nag-increase yung asset, dapat mag-increase yung equity. Pero tatanggalin mo yung contribution from owners. No? Tatanggalin mo yung additional withdrawal. No? Para masabi mong nag-increase yung yung para masabi mong may income. Mag-increase yung asset dahil nag-increase yung equity. Pero tatanggalin mo yung mga hindi hindi naman equity transaction such as yung additional investment. Huwag mong isasama yung additional investment dito. Para masabi mong nag-increase yung ano mo, nagkaroon ka ng income, tama? O, sige, yan. No. O, sige, balikan natin yung ano para maintindihan nyo. Statement of changes in equity. Nandito, ayan. Kung naalala mo, ayan dito. Sa statement of changes in equity, kung balikan lang natin, para masabi mong may income ka, ito, para masabi mong nag-increase yung capital mo, kasi dito, nag-increase yung capital eh, from 0, naging 326,414, di ba? O para masabi mong nag-increase yung capital mo dahil sa income, tanggalin mo yung hindi income na transaction. Eh, tanggalin mo yung withdrawal, pati yung additional investment. Yung additional investment kasi, ano yan, yung contribution from owner. And then tanggalin mo yung withdrawal. Yung natira, yung net income. Etong net income, ito yung nakapag-increase sa equity. Yan yung income na ano, yun lang ibig sabihin na. So kapag nag-increase yung income, mag-increase yung equity. Mag-increase din yung asset. Tama? Assuming no liability transaction. Hmm, sige. Yan. Sige, ayan siya class yan. Tandaan niyo lang yan, itong ano, itong ganun din sa expense, baliktarin mo lang. Kung alam mo yung income, alam mo na expense. Baliktad. Decrease in asset, increase in liability that results in decrease in equity. Excluding distribution to owner. Ito yung withdrawal na tinatawag. Sige, yan. Expound pa natin yan pagdating natin sa ano, sa adjusting entries. Let's go to, ito na yung mga sample. Hindi to all, ano, hindi to lahat ng accounts. Sample lang. At hindi nyo kailangang memoryahin. Basta araw-araw nyo siyang nakikita, kusa mong maalala yan. Kusang maalala ng memorya mo, ng mata mo. Hmm. Sige. So sa current assets, hindi muna natin i-discuss kung kailan siya current at kailan siya non-current. We will have a separate discussion, no, regarding current assets and non-current assets. Same is true with current liabilities. Hindi muna natin di-discuss kung kailan siya current o non-current. No? Separate discussion. So yung current assets, ito yung usually yung cash, cash equivalents, accounts receivable, yan. Sa non-current assets, yan, land, building, equipment, furniture and fixture, yan. Sa current liabilities, ito rin, mga payable. Ang gusto kong alalahanin nyo dito, ito, yung unearned. Ito, yung unearned. Yung unearned revenue. Kahit na may word na revenue, liability pa rin yan. Unearned revenue, no? Kahit na may word na revenue, unearned pa rin yan. I mean, liability pa rin. Tandaan niya, actually, pati dito eh. Minsan, tinatawag din tong ano. Etong prepaid, tinatawag rin siyang prepaid expense. Yung mga prepayments. Kahit may word na expense, asset yan. Basta may word na prepaid. Ayan. Ayan. Pero ang gusto kong tandaan nyo, itong unearned revenue is a liability. Kahit na meron pa siyang word na revenue. Sige. O, non-current, ito naman, notes payable, if long term. Kasi yung notes yan, mortgage, deferred tax. Yan. O, sama mo rin dyan sa, yung dito, deferred tax asset. Pwede yan. Kasi meron ding deferred tax asset. Yung mga income yan, revenue. Revenue, yan, fees, income, yan. Kung anong tao. Pati mga expenses, marami yan. Salaries, utilities, rent, hanggang yan. So on, yan. Yan yung mga, ano, yung sample lang, hindi lahat nandito. Sige. And that concludes our discussion on elements of financial statements. Stay tuned and subscribe for the next lecture.